lost this time. This is my fight song. Take back my
All right, welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 116. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together, we are two
Woke Boys.
I'm gonna come.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 116. We are here in the studio with some hot fire during the fall season.
Spooky season.
It's spooky as fuck right now, dude.
Yeah.
I went to, did you ever go to one of those haunted houses?
Yeah. Not, I haven't in many years, but.
I went to, I've been to a couple. I went on one at the, what's it called? Universal there.
Yep.
The haunted Halloween night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool. I went with a date, and you know what it made me think? You know,
What?
going through a haunted house, and then like just people just pop out and try to scare you the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of?
Huh.
You know what it made me think of? It made me think of what it's like to be a woman.
Wow.
Yeah, how.
But just being a woman every day.
Yeah,
not at a haunted house.
See,
just being a woman every day in America.
See, this is how it is, because if you're a woman, it's like walking through a haunted house. Because think about it this way. You're just walking through, trying to mind your own fucking business, and then a dude pops out and he's like, "Whoa, hey, can I have your number?"
Yeah.
And you're just like, ugh. And then you're like, "No thanks, I'm okay."
Right.
And then you walk around another corner, then another guy's like, "Hey, can I pay for everything forever for you?" And you're just like,
Yeah.
that's what it's like to be a woman.
It's tough.
And it's the worst. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I know you, when you went before with your date, you, like when those guys would pop out in the haunted house, like the scary creatures, I know to like try to show your alpha dominance, you would try to like physically assault.
I definitely fought
the
all of
performers,
those guys.
yeah.
Well, because I had to let the girl that I was with know that, like, I'll protect you.
Right.
Not because I'm like this alpha Chad dickhead or something like that.
That's like incredibly insecure
it's
under
not
the surface.
that.
No.
It's not that at
No.
all. It's because I'm protecting women and I
Right.
care about women.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, one of the people that popped out and tried to scare me was a woman, and I did knock her out. But that's,
Yeah.
She had her face painted green. It's like, what am I?
Are you allowed to go back to that park?
No, absolutely not. I've been
Okay.
banned forever.
Yeah.
They took a picture of me. There's like a mugshot of me there, and it's a whole thing. But
Yeah.
Was
the girl at least impressed that you were like punching out all these
I would
costume
say
performers?
no, she was not. She was impressed because
Yeah.
I mean they all went down one punch, you
Right.
know? So that's
They probably weren't expecting to get swung on.
no,
by
and
the,
because if you go through these haunted houses a bunch of times, you kind of see where they're coming from, because
Right.
they have like, oh, there's like a wooden door here, so I'm gonna start my swing and then the guy pops out, and then like he's
And you
going
just clock him
into
in the
my
face.
fist, and then that's what happens.
Right.
That's what
Right.
fucking happens.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that at haunted houses.
Oh.
I think it's just supposed to be a like visual.
Well, they're not
entertainment.
supposed to touch you.
Right, that's the thing. They can't touch you. But I
But it
think
didn't
it goes.
say I can't touch them.
I think that's implied when they say
well,
they can't touch you.
I don't know.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah,
touch
well,
them.
they were weird when I brought a waiver to them, and I was like, "Hey, will you sign this waiver?" And they're like, "What?
Right.
You're a guy just going through here."
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
just
not how
sign
this
the
works.
fucking waiver.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You don't even have to sign a waiver to walk through here because no one's going to touch you." And I'm like, "Well, maybe you should sign my waiver."
Yeah.
But they didn't, and a legal battle might ensue.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you got out of town to like San Diego or one of the surrounding big cities, you think you'd be in the clear to like off of a blacklist to be able to go to
I
haunted
got
houses
blacklists
again?
in other cities.
Yeah.
There's other places I've been, and because
Las Vegas, maybe you could.
I definitely can't go there.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's many things that go on, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
And if I go back into Vegas, whatever happened there last time I was in Vegas is going to make me have to stay in Vegas in a prison.
Well, sometimes. Well.
And that's no good.
Well, sometimes the legal troubles, they don't stay in Vegas.
Yeah,
They
that's
follow
weird,
you
'cause
all the way back
That
home.
is weird when they're like, we have a warrant for your arrest of what you did in Vegas.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
that
does-
stays there, actually. So if you could get the fuck out of here,
Right.
that'd be, please.
Right.
I'm like, what's that? And tires squealing.
Yeah, I think
Outta
you
here.
learned about that the hard way. But
Mhm.
you know, these are the things that we have to deal with
Mm-hmm.
because we are just. I mean, we are oppressed.
We live in a patriarchy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And when
you
they,
know,
and when you have guys like us who are fighting against it,
Mm-hmm.
there's all this big pushback against us, and they're like,
yeah. I mean, who's trying to lock us up? Men,
right,
you know? And it's like basically when we become imprisoned, what's it like to be in prison?
probably not fun.
No,
Or-
it's like being a woman.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because also when you get into prison, dudes are going to try and violate
Hit
your
on you.
holes,
Right.
Which is also what it's like to be a woman.
Yep.
So it's just really unfortunate.
Being a woman is
so hard,
especially in America, which is the worst country for women.
yeah, for sure.
Like I know there's all this stuff going on in like Iran with like the women protesting
Mm-hmm.
there because they keep like murdering women for not having their hair covered completely.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, that's just what's going on over there.
yeah, that's their culture.
culture is cool.
Yeah.
We love that.
It's definitely worse to be a woman here in America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Just don't
Just
look
ask
into
any
what's,
woman that's been doing comedy for a year and a half that's got a Netflix special. Just, they'll tell you about it, how
Yeah.
hard it is.
Yeah,
you
it is
know?
hard.
So,
It is hard.
yeah.
But yeah, it is spooky season, right? And if
We
there's
love spooky
we
season.
love
We love
just going to
Pumpkin patch.
pumpkin patches and apple orchards,
Take a picture
and
of a bitch
taking
with
pictures.
a pumpkin.
Yeah, we love that
While you're
stuff
holding your dumb fucking
so much,
spiced
so you can
pumpkin latte.
yeah throw up leaves in the air and
Yeah, you do the leaves are thrown.
Right.
And you do this like dumb
well,
poses
yeah,
and-
jump in the air and snap it, when you're airborne and then post like couples pictures and we love doing that. So if there's any women out there who just need a guy to do that stuff with them, we would like nothing more than to just do that and just fake like
Pretend like we give a shit, yeah.
are having a good time when we don't just want to kill ourselves the entire time. It sounds really fun to go to your bullshit fucking pumpkin patch. Just
Yeah, girls love
suicide-inducing.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like a pointless thing.
Right.
It's like that's their favorite thing.
Right.
So, but and we
But
love going to that.
We
stuff.
love that so much. So if you need a man to do that with, hit us up in our DMs. Send a picture of yourself first or have a public profile. We can't be rolling the dice and we've been burned before.
Yeah, and
We've
the
made
pictures need to be full body.
Yeah.
At least one.
None
full
of the
body.
pictures that go down to
Yeah, it's like
here.
cool. You have huge tits, but why do you have huge tits?
Right.
Is it because you're kind of huge everywhere?
Yeah.
And the tits are just kind of part of that.
Yeah.
Which we love body positivity.
we are so body
But
positive.
That's another thing. We stress that women that are body positive in specific areas.
Yes.
Like their tits and ass area.
Those
are
are
the kind of body positive women that need representation
Yes.
from us.
Yes. So yeah, send us some pictures. Also, send us pictures if you have any costume ideas, like sexy nurse, sexy construction worker. Apparently, what people are doing now is sexy Jeffrey Dahmer, which is
Oh, I did not see a sexy Jeffrey Dahmer.
yeah. Well, that's apparently a big costume this year. People are buying Jeffrey Dahmer costumes. And the victims, the surviving family members of his victims are not happy about that. They're also not happy about the Netflix series.
Yeah, they were
either.
mad about that.
Yeah.
And then now they're mad about costumes and stuff like that. But we think that they should bring this to light, right?
What
They
do you mean?
should bring. Well, I mean, it's good to bring to light that Jeffrey Dahmer was a bad person.
Yeah.
Like no one knew that before. No one knew that this guy that killed and ate people or whatever he was doing, that was bad.
Yeah.
But now that they've revisited that in this Netflix, now the word is out that mass murderers are bad.
Yeah, and that's a stance we're willing to take. We
Yeah.
are anti-Dahmer, okay?
Yeah. We're not
We think
pro
it's-
Dahmer
no.
like a lot of the other podcasts that aren't talking about
Right.
this.
Yeah. Also, we thought, I mean, the worst thing about the whole Dahmer series is not the glorification, if you will, of the graphic violence and murder and rape and cannibalism and all of this just sick behavior. The worst thing about it was that they, on Netflix, they tagged LGBTQ on like the different categories. It was like horror, thriller, LGBT. You saw that, right?
No, I did not.
And then there was a bit because he was gay and
wait,
his
Jeffrey
victims
Dahmer
were,
was gay?
oh yeah, all his victims were like guys that he mostly picked up at like gay clubs and then like brought them home and like killed them and had sex with their dead body.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so they put LGBT in there, and then there was this big uproar that that they used that tag, and we agree that that's the worst part of the whole thing.
Well,
not the fact that there is a show that basically
but it was
glorifies
gay,
it.
He was gay.
Yeah,
so,
but that's
we
not
love
the,
gay shit.
We
too.
do, but not that.
But we also
not that
no
type
homo.
Of, no, that goes without saying.
Yeah, we're
obviously.
not gay.
So
like if fucking someone tried to do something gay to us, we would probably mass murder
if someone
them.
right,
but not in a gay Dahmer way.
I would
but
love
like
to see Dahmer try to fuck me up.
Yeah.
I would love to see what happens.
Yeah,
see what happens when you take me home and try to do gay stuff. See what fucking happens, Jeff.
You wouldn't even have to try to kill me for me to try to defend myself and kill you.
I will
if you try to
fucking
do
kill
gay
you
shit to me, I'll kill you.
That will be pretext to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
In self-defense.
No homo.
But,
yeah.
And
And also like killing them, I'd probably do it from a distance with like a gun, so we don't have to touch you. Because if I stab you, I'm like, I kind of have to like put my arm around you, which is kind of gay.
True.
You know, to stab a guy. And
some might ask, like, Chris Cole, why were you hanging out at gay bars when, he was there?
Okay, that's another, that's not, we're not really talking about that. We're talking about the killers being bad and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about why we were at a gay club.
Right. And we've talked about why we've talked about why we like going to gay bars because we love talking to women who have their guards completely down,
just so down,
and they just
have
open
no
up to
idea.
us. Yeah, they just no idea.
And then we'll say like we're in the questioning demographic of like where it's like you're gay or you're not gay, but you're like I don't know, maybe and then we meet a woman at the bar, and she just totally thinks we're gay, and we just let that happen, and then we invite her back to our place, and we're like, and she's like, yeah, it's fine, I'll go with him, he's gay, like nothing's gonna happen. You're like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen unless maybe I get converted, which
conversion therapy is bad, and we don't believe in that, but
I also do conversion therapy for lesbians,
but we don't believe in
we don't believe, well, for religious purposes, no, but for spiritual purposes,
that makes
sense, because that's not exactly the same thing,
We're not religious, we're spiritual, by the way.
Being spiritual is not a rebranding of being
to just sound cooler.
No,
it's definitely not that.
No, it's not that at all. And converting a lesbian is, that's a thing that happens. Yeah. Because women are like more fluid with their sexuality. Men are more rigid, Like dudes are like if you're a guy and you're like bisexual, you're actually just gay.
Well,
that's the whole thing.
I know you have that theory, Chris, that bisexual guys are just gay guys in denial, but I don't know if that's always true.
That's not always true, but it is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just kind of what, because it's like that's how it works.
Right. They're just like hedging.
Yeah. They're dipping their toe in.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're going to dip their
just
whole
admit
ass
that,
in the water.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how they go in.
Right.
Like that.
So. Well, that's great. And
so I was going to say, we were talking about these slutty costumes.
Yes.
Stuff. There was an article coming out on this Hawkeye website that said, stop sexualizing women's costumes. Okay.
Even if they're meant to be.
Well, this is the problem. Okay.
Like this picture I'm looking at in this article is like, it's a literal like sexy nurse costume.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to sexualize a sexual
so apparently being a feminist is like, you know, feminism is all about sluttiness, right, and all that.
And
stuff.
we support that. By the way,
that's our
sluts,
favorite part.
Yeah, hit us up in our DMs. But that's
we are an anti-slut shaming podcast, and if you are a slut, for sure, hit us up.
Yeah,
we want to support you by just letting you slut it up with us.
Yeah,
you know, and we won't judge you or whatever. And if you're kind of body positive, we won't tell anybody, and you better not.
And you better not either.
Yeah, don't fucking say that we hooked up or know each other,
because we don't kiss and tell.
No,
unless
not you.
it's with a really hot woman. Then
if it's a hot woman,
for sure be
like
telling. But
we're probably going to live stream it. You know?
With her consent.
Like that. What was that American Pie? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, which is basically illegal, right? Like,
you definitely
like
can't tape someone having sex without their consent.
Have webcam sex without the girl knowing.
Yeah, that's
like the premise of an old movie. You know?
I guess. It's been so long since I've seen that, but
so many old movies are like illegal,
right?
You know, so it's kind of interesting. But anyway, so okay, stop sexualizing women's costumes. This is an article from this website, or I guess it's a student.
I was going to ask, is this like the Iowa student?
This is a student newspaper for University of Louisiana. Okay.
Oh, Louisiana. Okay.
So, so this is written by this chick, Zoe Sisak. Okay. Stop sexualizing women's costumes. Walking into Spirit Halloween this fall, the division between male and female costumes is apparent. Instead of dressing up like soldiers or ninjas, women are left to choose between overly sexualized costumes of schoolgirls and nuns. The limited options for female Halloween costumes have contributed to the sexualization of women and have increased sexual harassment during Halloween. So these poor women are forced to dress like sluts and are not electively dressing like sluts.
Yeah. The patriarchy is pressuring them to
this is not a thing that women were doing.
No.
The first opportunity women had to wear a costume, they're like, I'll be a whore version of that. Right? Yeah. That was not women's choices. It was Party City, the patriarchy of Party City
Halloween,
that did this to them, right? It says, no woman should feel limited to dress in an uncomfortable way that jeopardizes her and other women's safety. By providing more options for female costumes, women could gain control over their clothing and how the public perceives them. So, according to Forbes, 93% of women's costumes were considered tight. Okay. That's a stat. Mm-hmm. And 88% showed more skin than males. Can you believe that? Can you believe women's costume shows more skin than male costumes?
Can't believe that.
This is an outrage.
Yeah.
This is crazy. These costumes force women to have to dress sexually. Mm-hmm. Okay. The conductor of the study, Lori Hayers, who I'm sure is a hottie, right? Mm-hmm. Anyone that says this kind of stuff is always usually pretty hot.
For sure.
Yeah. The issue isn't really that women are wearing sexy costumes. Women should be allowed to choose what they wear. This is great. You definitely want to backpedal and say, like, it's bad that people dress like this. You can dress like this, but you shouldn't dress like this.
Right.
Right. You got to say all of the opinions to make nothing relevant.
It's like that Hillary Clinton series, the Gutsy series on Apple TV,
so
which
gutsy.
We loved. Yeah, which we reviewed.
Our favorite. It's so good.
We reviewed month-ish ago, where she was like, where someone said in the trailer of the series, they're like, your marriage has been in the public eye your whole life, and they're like, the gutsiest thing you ever did was stay in the marriage. And Hillary was like, well, yes, but that's not right for everyone. Mm-hmm. So they're just completely covering all their bases. Yeah. If you stay with a cheating husband, that's gutsy. But if you leave, that's also gutsy.
Yes.
So just no matter what,
do whatever, and
you win.
You're a gutsy bitch.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a girl boss.
And hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a pretty gutsy decision of her to continue to be the first lady of the United States and not just be some floozy that left.
Right.
You know? What would happen if you divorce the president?
like while he was in office. That would
like he just the White House is like a bachelor pad,
right? I mean, it's never been done.
The Oval Office is just a man cave now.
Well, there was one, or at least one single president.
Really?
Yeah, James Buchanan, I believe.
Hell yeah!
But then there was also, I think, was it Buchanan who? Well, I think there was a rumor that he was gay. It was like because he like had this roommate, this like guy who like stayed in the White House with him.
Okay, yeah.
Which we love.
Pretty gay,
and we love that, and we support. Like we love gay stuff. Like you could never catch us doing shit like that. Like I would never sleep in the same bed.
We almost
as you.
do this show exclusively on Zoom because you being here right now is kind of gay.
Like two men being in the same room. Actually, three.
There's a guy producing this show too, which is also pretty gay because there's like three dudes,
three men just in a small room together. Like the ratio is fucking terrible in here.
Terrible ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so this is already like pushing the limit.
This is pretty gay. And we're all in the same room of a 2-bedroom apartment, which is real gay.
Yeah.
And technically this room is a bedroom.
It is a bedroom.
Yeah, so this is an LGBTQ plus show.
You can put
this is pretty gay.
You can take that tag out of the Dahmer series and put it on this show because we are such allies to that community, but we're fucking not in that
gay.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't stress that.
We cannot
enough.
like
we're gonna go back and post.
We could just do a full podcast every week, like a second episode, just clarifying about how straight we are.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We'll start a Patreon, and then the Patreon episode will be the show, and then the regular
public
episode that is just us being we're not gay.
Right.
Like, check out the Patreon. We do stuff on there that's like a show, but this whole thing is just us saying that we're not gay.
And then just reading off the list of the notes app on our phone with the girls we've hooked up with.
Yeah, we just read
and then
list and
compare
show
pictures. Sometimes videos.
Chicks that we've hooked up with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
That's
would be
the main episode. The main episode is us showing pornographic sex of us fucking women.
With their consent. We're not doing.
Well, they did it in the video, so of course.
But they knew the video was happening. That's what I was saying.
Sure. Yeah. For sure.
No, they did.
Yeah.
But,
no, they definitely did. And don't ask them regardless. But
but
they definitely did. So just shut the fuck up, okay?
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, so that would be a good show. Just a whole. And I'm sure people would subscribe to the show. Just be like, these guys just show videos of them fucking and then are like, yo, check out our show. We're not gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just do news behind a paywall.
Right. Yeah. So it seems like what she's saying in there is like it's the right if you want to do a sexy costume, if you're a woman, that's the right thing. Yeah. But if you don't want to do that, that's also the right thing. And we could not agree more. So is there more to
this lady's basically what she's saying is like the fact that there's the options of the costumes are mostly sexy costumes.
Right.
And it's not because that's what women want.
And that it's just supply and demand.
It's not like women are looking for like a dumpy, like lazy costume that looks like shit, you know?
Yeah.
You always see, there's always a girl like that at a party that's like, she's like hot, but she's just like wearing like a dumpy, like Eminem costume. And you're like, you're not even the slutty Eminem. Like
the green Eminem.
Yeah. Well, she's not slutty anymore. We're furious about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
But then we tell the woman like that who's in that, like, who's not like putting a lot of effort into like looking hot will be like, wow, you probably don't know it, but you are beautiful. And like no one else sees that.
Well,
we know that no one else thinks you're beautiful.
Yeah.
But we think you're beautiful.
Yeah. We'll tell her that. We'll say like, no one here thinks you're hot. Everybody's, I don't know if you heard, but we're definitely overhearing all these people saying what a dumpy bitch you look like.
The way I phrase it is,
costume.
I don't care what anyone says. You're hot.
Nice.
And she's like, well, what are people saying? Yeah. It's like,
man, people are saying all kinds of stuff.
And
like
then when
your costume sucks, you look like shit.
Right.
Like, why are you hiding your body?
Right.
Are you afraid that your body looks like shit? And I disagree with those people.
Yeah.
I think your body looks great.
Right.
Even though I can't see it under that green M&M padded bullshit.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. But that girl, if it's like a hot girl, she's going for that like the movie kind of thing. That remember in movies they would do like she's a librarian and they just put glasses on a hot girl
and
they
put her hair in
up
a bun. Yeah,
and then she goes
she
like
lets it down.
One scene she just goes, and then she takes her glasses off and everybody's like, what?
Right.
Oh, she was hot.
Right.
The whole time.
And that's what we do.
Yeah.
With women who are maybe constraining.
We
some
tell
of their
them to take your hair down. Hey,
right.
Fucking take your hair down right now.
Right.
What are you doing with your? I'll pull your bun.
Yeah.
Fucking swat at it like a cat.
Yeah. Well, not if
swat your hair out of the bun.
Yeah. Not if she doesn't want it.
Yeah.
But
well, of course.
Yeah.
But she wants it
for sure.
Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah.
So back to this article. Basically, unfortunately, let's see. Women cannot simply wear whatever they want without consequence. Women often face harassment and even assault due to something simple as clothing. Because of safety concerns, companies should at least give women a better variety of costumes so that they may easily choose a non-sexual costume. So basically what she's suggesting is like you should make 2 costumes. You should make a slutty version of a costume and then a non-slutty version of a costume, which is typically kind of what they do because one costume is for boys,
right,
and that is the non-slutty costume,
right,
and then the slutty costume is typically for girls,
right.
But that's bad also because boy costumes equal not slut, and then girl costumes equal slut, which is bullshit.
Yes.
Although we're totally cool with that and we love sluts.
Yeah.
So basically, this woman just wants no one to dress slutty so she can be the
hottest one at the party.
Yeah, and she might do this thing too where she just dresses like a slut and she's like, no one should do that. And then she's like, oh, whoops, I'm the only one that dressed hot.
Right.
And then she gets all the attention at the party. That's maybe the move here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And women definitely don't do that. They don't.
No, they don't.
They never do actions to put other women down. And,
no, women are always helping.
Women supporting women.
Yeah, women support women so much. That's why they're never friends.
Right.
Women are, like they go to brunch and then you come, like you don't go, thank God,
Yeah.
Because I had like something going on.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, I got a football game to watch or something.
Right.
But they're a meeting. It's really important.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just ended up watching the football game. But
yeah,
anyway,
we're not going to that shit.
I don't have time to go to listen to your dumb friends fucking argue about bullshit. But anyway, so they go to brunch, right? They come back from brunch, and is it ever like, how was brunch? Oh, it was good. And they'll be like, Sally was being a fucking bitch, and then they like do that whole thing where they're complaining about a girl that wasn't even there a lot of times. Like they'll be like, this girl didn't even show up. And I'm like, and you're just bitching about her? Like she wasn't even there. She didn't do anything to you other than not show up. So yeah, they'll do that, and then they'll throw each other under the bus, But then if dudes, if you go watch a game with your boys, go back, your girl asks you like, how's your friend? I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? Right. Like you just spent 5 hours with your best friend. How's he doing? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a kid? I'm like, I think he has 2.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, what do you mean you think he has 2? I'm like, well, I think he has 2 kids. Like, you've known that guy since like high school. Aren't you like best friends? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
But no fights,
Yeah.
But that's why men suck,
Yeah, we hate. Yeah.
Men are trash.
All men are trash except for us. Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, so that was basically that article.
Yeah.
So we need women to dress like sluts, but also women need options to not dress like sluts. And then they can choose to dress like sluts, which is more empowering.
Right. So if you are a woman out there who's kind of deciding between Halloween costumes, send us costume ideas. Send us pictures of you in the
full pics.
In the non-slutty costume and the slutty costume.
Yeah.
And then we will tell you which one to go with.
And it's definitely not going to be the slutty one
every
fucking
single time.
No, it's not going to be that.
Definitely not.
No, we're not going to do that.
No.
We're going to judge the costume. And then we might offer some suggestions to the other costume, and those suggestions would not 100% of the time be, hey, if you just made it sluttier.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
No, totally not.
Yeah.
What's going to be do you have a costume plan this year, Chris?
I mean, it's going to be slutty.
Okay.
I'm going to do a slutty costume.
Oh, to kind of kind of
even it
reverse
out.
that, right? Even
Yeah,
the
yeah.
score
Yeah.
and take an L for
I'm
men.
gonna be a cowboy, but I'm gonna wear those chaps, the assless chaps, but nothing under it.
Okay.
So just dong out.
Okay.
Dong and ass out.
So that's not like a gay thing, or
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cover my butt.
okay.
You know,
But
butt's
your
gonna be covered.
penis will be
Oh,
exposed.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. And full bone, whole night.
Yeah,
know?
that might
Just
make people
mainline and
uncomfortable.
blue chews to fucking stay hard the entire night. You know.
Okay.
But that'll be like that's the costume is that I'm a guy with a boner. Right. They'll be like, "What are you supposed to be?" I'm like, "I'm a guy with a boner."
Yeah.
And they're like, is that a costume?" I'm like, check it out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an interesting costume. You know what I'm gonna be?
What's that?
I'm just gonna be myself. You know why? Actually, okay. I'm gonna be close to myself. So I'm not gonna wear my typical, because some might call this a costume,
Yeah.
but this is just the normal. This is
just how
baseline. This is how we dress every day. But I might just be myself in like street clothes,
Okay.
because that would be the scariest costume of all. You know why? Because what's more scary than a straight white cis man?
Yeah, you're right. That's the scariest thing you could possibly be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not Cole. Obviously,
No, you're
Cole
not
is
scary at
not
all.
scary.
No one's scared.
I'm
of-
not fucking scary. I'm not scary.
Do I look scary to you? Huh? Do I look fucking scary? Am I scary? I punched a hole in the wall right over your fucking head, right through the drywall. Is that scary? Motherfucker? Not scary? I'm not fucking scary. I'm nice. I'm so fucking nice. Let me show you how fucking nice I can be. You fucking bitch. I'm nice. I'm so fucking nice. You see how nice I am? I'd be so much nicer to you than other guys. God damn it.
Sorry, I
okay.
took a lot of
Yeah.
C4
Yeah,
pre-workout
yeah,
before
the boys
this. And
we got jacked.
it just got
before.
so just loaded up on nice. I just want to show women how fucking nice I am. Is that wrong?
No, it's
Is that
not,
wrong?
It's not wrong to be nice.
If being nice is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to scream at people and tell them how nice you are.
Right.
Because they don't get it.
Sometimes you have to just fucking beat the empathy into
yeah,
people.
it's like,
Beat the niceness into. I'm so fucking nice.
yeah.
God.
Sometimes people think you're so nice that they get a court-ordered restraining order against you because they can't.
They
be
can't
around,
handle
they can't,
how nice
they
I
can't. They can't be around your niceness. It's too captivating, and you know, your light is so bright that
Right.
it has to be 100 feet away from
Yeah.
people in a school or whatever the
My
court order.
my future is so bright. I gotta wear shades with no lenses.
And you also have to wear an ankle bracelet because you're on a house arrest. Yeah.
that too. But you know, I wear pants to cover
Yeah,
that
of
up.
course. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
They're
getting
like
cold out.
Girl,
It's
yeah, when I go on
spooky
dates
season.
and women are like, "Oh my God, are you okay?
You're like,
What's
you
that
want to
big
go for a
ball?"
walk? And they're like, boop, 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 boop. What's that beeping sound? Yeah, we gotta turn around.
Yeah.
My watch is going off. You're like, you're not wearing a watch. It's like, yeah, I am, but not on my wrist. It's on my ankle.
Right.
All right. Well, I mean, she's gonna see it because you guys are gonna smash for sure.
Right.
Because you don't judge a girl that smashes on the first date.
No.
And you definitely encourage her to smash on the first date.
Right.
Yeah. And then they're like, what is that? And you're like,
It's an ankle weight.
Yeah, it's an ankle weight. Yeah, just
Yeah.
on one ankle because
Right.
your one leg is so strong.
I'm strengthening my leg.
Mhm.
You know.
The left one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to strengthen it for sure.
Right.
Mhm. That's why it's so strong. It can only go so many feet out of your front yard.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's tough being the boys.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
it's a whole
tough.
thing. But
Yeah.
you know, if your father and his connections in the court system come through for me, then I'll be able to
You'll be fine.
to pop that baby off the ankle soon. That'll feel nice. So
Yeah. And then another thing you can do is you can put it on a cat. Like we'll remove it from your ankle and then we'll put it on a cat and just leave it because it's going to move around. No suspicion will be had, and then I'm sure that works.
right,
Yeah.
right. So but I just want to close out the topic with talking about the Dahmer thing. That's something I was getting at before. Is like if Dahmer were still alive and he tried to like take me home to fuck me up, like I said, like I'm gonna kill him first, right? And like I know like Mark Wahlberg got in trouble for saying years ago in an interview that like if he was on the plane,
Yeah.
the 9/11 plane,
That was
like
awesome.
9/11 wouldn't have happened because he would have like taken out the hijackers,
Yeah.
right? I don't mean that was bad, and I don't mean to like repeat that type of rhetoric.
Yeah.
But if Dahmer tried to pick me up at a gay club and take me home, like I'm just saying, there wouldn't be, no one would know who Jeffrey Dahmer was,
Yeah.
because I would have fucking killed him, you know. And then he wouldn't have been able to kill his other victims because he would have tried it with me first.
Yeah.
And I would have preemptively killed him,
Yeah.
and I would have saved
So
15
many
to 17 lives
Yeah.
of whoever he killed. Probably, I mean, there's probably
and some
more
people would
he
say
killed.
you killed him because you're homophobic, but really what you did was you saved the lives of so many gay men
Right.
by killing that guy, you know, so it's not homophobic.
Right.
You're like Batman.
Yeah. And again, I was only at the gay club to try to pick
Meet
up women
women,
under
yeah.
false pretenses.
Yes.
So yeah,
Which is good.
Yeah,
and
which
not-
is-
it's not a scam.
yeah, no, it's
No.
we're allies. So yeah, glad I got that out of the way. There's this big Halloween movie right now that is apparently sweeping the nation. We haven't seen it yet, but it is called, this article is loading here, Terrifier 2 is causing viewers to puke, faint in theater, and the producer warns of graphic violence. And so,
Is this like a Saw movie?
yeah, it's like a
situation?
clown who like terrorizes young people
Okay.
on Halloween, and people are freaking out in the theater.
Is
and
that like the marketing of it? They're like people are
maybe,
or is this like an actual like what
probably
could
some of both.
possibly be in this movie that's so grotesque beyond like the Saw movies? Did you ever see those?
bits and pieces, but
I mean, it was all like torture,
Bloody-
porn
right.
kinda shit.
Yeah.
you know, they're like, oh, I want to play a game, and then you're
Right.
fucking
and well, this, I mean, something we love doing is during Halloween, we love inviting women to see horrifying movies like this one. And then they'll be like, you know, during the scary parts, they'll grab us.
Oh, that's the best.
And then
yeah.
we'll just, you know, arm around. We'll just be like, oh, it's okay. Like nothing's gonna happen. And she's like, why is your pant leg all like soaking wet? Did you
yeah.
piss your pants?
yeah.
It's no. That's it's just
You
the
busted.
didn't do that either.
I'm gonna come.
We definitely didn't do that either.
Oh, okay.
It's just the you know, we
So you did not-
spilled a drink on it.
yeah. It was not a bust.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we love just like bring
fall
women
asleep.
to the, yeah,
Like,
or maybe even
yeah.
tell women that like we're going to see a rom-com, you know, a holiday
Going to see
rom-com.
Bros.
Oh yeah. We're going to see
a
Bros.
Gay Bros.
And she's like,
movie.
why is Terrifier 2 coming on? It's like, oh, whoops, I must have led you into the wrong theater by accident. But now that we're here, you're just going to be clinging on me the whole time. And then we just kind of use that to like develop this kind of dependency on us.
Yeah.
Where if she's
she's like a damsel.
right, if
needs
we
your-
start off the relationship by like with 2 hours of her just like
Yeah.
needing us for
Yeah.
safety and
because
protection.
She's like traumatized by
Right.
this movie. Yeah.
Right. And then we kind of use that trauma to further manipulate her
It's trauma
into a
bonding.
trauma bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good move. Yeah.
Yeah. So we love doing that. So if there's any women who want to see scary movies and just kind of like lean on us and need us for protection during them,
That's why
hit us up in our DMs and let's watch. I want to watch this Terrifier 2 movie.
that's a good one to take a chick to trauma bond. So one of the things I'll do is I'll meet a woman and I'll be like, hey, would you like to go to an escape room?
Okay.
And then she'll be like, I love escape rooms. I'm like, yeah, they say this one's like really intense and it's like pretty crazy. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah? And I'm like, yeah. So, and I'll send her the address and it's my apartment, you know? And then she's like, okay, is this the escape room? And then I shut the door behind her and I lock it and I look back at her and I'm like, yeah, this is the escape room.
Yeah.
And then, and then we, do the escape room,
Okay.
but she can't get out. She's not allowed to get out.
But at the end of the timer, she can get out, right?
Oh,
Like
when,
if she doesn't
when it's
solve-
over, when it's over and I bust, she's got to get out.
Yeah.
So
But,
that's how you escape, is you make me bust. That's the trick of the room.
okay. But
I gave away the big secret.
yeah, but she can still leave even if
Yeah.
you don't bust.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and I'll tell her to get the fuck out if she doesn't make me bust. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But she'll.
So it's like there's an option, right?
Yeah. But she'll be able to leave if she
Sure.
wants to.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
But it's
It kind of sounds like you're using Jeffrey Dahmer tactics to
no, it's not that at all.
lure women into.
No, there's no luring.
Okay.
It's like a date situation.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, would you like to go to an escape room?
Yeah, but
Then
you're
it's my house.
right. But
know?
it's kind of like a literal bait and switch kind of,
It's not a bait and switch. It is an escape room.
which
Right.
is just your house. That,
There's like riddles and shit.
what are some of the riddles?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't have the paperwork of the riddles.
Oh.
There's like a script that goes on, like, have sex with me, or I forget it's something like that. I forget the script. You know?
Right.
But it's a whole thing that we go through.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe it's something like, to leave this escape room,
Mhm.
3 things you must.
Mhm.
The first is make Chris Columbus bust.
That's
And
solid.
and then you come out and you're like, oh, I guess that's what the clue said.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
And-
one of the
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Right.
Speaking of poetry,
Yeah.
we've had some people send in some sick
Oh,
bars.
do we have more haikus?
Dude, we got more haikus.
Oh my God, read them off.
Haikus have come in.
Read them off.
So last week we had a fantastic listener of the show sent us some haikus, or they sent us a haiku, and Oliver has sent us another haiku. He wrote haiku
Let's
number
go.
2. He goes, "Dear boys, thank you for reading my first haiku. I'm so glad the voice of women could share my feminist message. On my next haiku is a lamentation on the plight of the phrasexual male, constantly oppressed, phrase suffer under society's impossible expectations of love. Enjoy." Okay, so here's the poem. "I'm phrasexual. I tell her. What's that?" She sobs. ... Just get the fuck out.
Oh, my
That's
God.
a sick
That
bar, dude.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So P.S. Given my career's flying start, thanks to the boys, I would like to be known going forward by my pen name, Big All. O-L. So for Oliver. So I'm thinking it's pronounced Big All.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
We love Big All. That was a sick bar on that.
Yeah. I mean, that does sum up phrase sexuality pretty well, because, it's rare that women accept our condition when we come out to them and say that, look, after we have sex, we are not going to care about you at all. I mean,
And
we
we
never,
warn
we never, I mean,
there's
do
kind
we?
of not really.
yeah,
No,
it's
I mean,
more,
it
it's
kind-
more kind of
'cause
we
it-
tell them afterward.
Yeah, but that's the plight of phrase sexuality. You think maybe this time
This will be
Maybe
different.
this time will be different.
Yeah.
I have all
And
these
it never
feelings.
is.
I have these feelings that I care so much about this person that when I bust, it's not going to immediately change that this bitch has got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like
No.
It's not going to be that at all.
No.
And then
it
right
is that.
after we
Yeah.
bust, it's like, get out of here.
Right.
Who are you?
Yeah.
God, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All things that you
yeah.
literally say.
I'll call
to her.
you later. And then,
Right.
and I will.
Right.
But it's just, who knows?
2 or 3 months down the
maybe
line.
that phrase sexuality, who knows when it's going to kick in.
Right.
And then, like, it does go away. And when it goes away, that's when I'll reach out. And it tends to go away at, say, I don't know, like 2 a.m. on a Saturday.
Right.
When all the bars have closed. And then I'm like, hey, are you up, or you want to, I miss you.
Right.
You know? And you might get like 9 texts from me before you respond.
Right.
And then you might also get like some pretty mean ones if you wait long enough. and then you'll get another one under that, maybe like a couple days later, that says hey. That will be like, hey, don't worry about those last texts.
Right.
We're not even gonna like when I said, hey, fuck you, bitch, I don't ever want to talk to you again because you didn't respond.
Right.
Under that's gonna say hey.
Wait, can't you unsend messages on iMessage now?
Oh, really?
I know if I have that update, but
okay. Well,
I
need to go do some
I was in a
unsending.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
better
bunch of hey, fuck you, bitch that needs to be
Yeah. And those weren't you. When you were sending that, that wasn't the real you.
No.
That was you.
I mean, it was me.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I was,
You know?
yeah.
You weren't yourself.
Yeah. I was struggling with mental health.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is important.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
is important. That's why I had to let that out. It's
Right.
important to let those emotions out in a text to a lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, Cole, you have a rage problem. You have an anger problem. No, I'm just a guy.
Passionate.
I'm passionate and I don't want to bottle my emotions up because that would be toxically masculine.
Yeah.
I want to free my emotions.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, well, those emotions manifest in violence and intimidation. But no, it's just passion, like you said. So, you know, it's a constant struggle for me to just share my truth of my mental health. But, you know, mental health is important and we're willing to say that. So,
yeah.
So, any other haikus that were?
I wrote a few.
Oh, you wrote some.
Yeah.
Do you want to read them off?
Let me see. I'm trying to. Yeah, I wrote some. Let me see if I have any on phrase sexuality.
Okay.
You know, I try to write whatever inspires me. You know, I wrote a handful here, but I'll just do one right now. So this one, I should probably title some of these. I don't have titles from them.
Okay.
So maybe you guys could help me come up with a title of this poem, you know?
Okay.
And send in your poems to twowokeboys@gmail.com. We will read some of your fire poetry on the show. But anyway, so this one is about, all right, I'll just read it. Chicks need dudes like us. We are in charge of women. Shut up and listen.
Wow. That really kind of sums up our podcast.
That embodies our podcast.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, shut up, bitch. This is us speaking for you.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to listen to you talk.
Right.
You know, and that's not.
Let us and our deep, soothing voices talk.
Yeah. And like, where's your fucking poetry?
Right.
You know?
She's like, well, I actually do have a podcast. It's like, no one gives a shit
No
about
one gives
your
a shit about your
podcast.
women podcast.
Yeah.
Let me guess. It's about how much you love sucking cock or whatever, like every other girl podcast. Tight.
But we love those podcasts.
Yo, we love those podcasts for sure. And if you want to have me on your podcast and suck my cock and talk about how awesome it was, that's cool. I'm down to do that.
Yeah.
I'm down to be a supportive member of your podcast and support your sluttiness, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll offer my penis. And just you tell everybody how big and awesome my penis was.
Right.
And, you know, and that would be cool, you know?
Right.
So hit us up if you want us to be a guest on your slut podcast. And then you can be a guest on our slut podcast. Maybe that'll be a thing that we do, you know? Like we review.
Just a barter. Just like.
Yeah, we do a podcast trade. You know how like people are like, I'll be on your podcast, you be on my podcast.
Right.
But maybe like, hey, I'll get my dick sucked on your podcast and you talk about it, and then you come on my podcast and then suck my dick again, and then I'll talk about it on my podcast. How about that?
That doesn't really sound like a trade. That just sounds like 2 times that you got your dick sucked.
Oh, is that not?
Well, what's in it? What's in it for her?
I mean, I'm going to be like, hey, that girl sucked my dick on my podcast, and then I'll put up a picture of her face and tell everybody that she sucked my dick and that was cool.
Okay.
You know,
just doesn't really seem like she's getting anything out of it.
Well, okay, look, let's say if you're a girl with the OnlyFans and you suck my dick on your OnlyFans, I'll plug your OnlyFans.
Okay.
And you don't even have to put it on the OnlyFans. You can just suck my dick, you know?
Yeah.
And we can film it if you want.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. So, I mean, this all sound like a win for you as the woman.
For sure.
You know?
And totally not just
it's all
for you.
benefit. Like, what am I getting? I'm working, you know? I'm holding the camera. I gotta stay hard. You know, I mean, that's like a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's hard work.
Definitely.
You know,
definitely.
So we'll do that, and speaking of people making sex tapes and all that kind of stuff, there was a politician recently here that made a sex tape. Okay, so here we go. This was on Vice. A New York congressional congressman.
A candidate. For Congress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candidate for Congress. I'm trying to pull up this article here. It's not loading. Tight. That's great. That's just not going to load.
Yeah, well, I can try to pull it up. But yeah, this guy, this candidate for Congress, this third-party guy, made a sex tape to try to emphasize his platform of making sex work legal.
Yeah.
And we totally agree. We think sex work is work, okay?
This is the kind of thing that should be on Gutsy. On that Hillary Clinton show,
right.
Just Hillary Clinton like being like, this guy fucked a bitch on a video.
Yeah.
Okay, here, finally. God, thanks, internet. About the fast internet, too. Okay. NYC congressional candidate releases stars in porn for some reason. Okay. So this guy running for Manhattan's 12th congressional district, Mike Itkiss, made a 13-minute Pornhub video with this girl. What's her name? I wrote her name down in the doc here.
Nicole Sage.
Nicole Sage, okay. Now, for research purposes, I did watch the entirety of the 13-minute video.
Interesting.
And it's on Pornhub if you want to watch it. Under the title of the video is called Bucket List Bonanza. Okay.
So they just show everything. It's
literally this 53-year-old dude fucking this porn star.
Yeah.
And let me just say something about this whole thing. This guy's running for Congress, right? And this is a good message. He's trying to be like, hey, I care about women.
Right.
I care about sex work, so I'm going to get my dick sucked in a video on Pornhub.
Yep.
It's a great idea.
For sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Kim Kardashian made a sex tape, and now look where she's at. So
right.
this is what you got to do. And, you know, as a man, sometimes you got to get your dick sucked on video to make it in this world. And that's hard times, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what this guy decided to do. And he's trying to have a message of sex work being awesome, all that. So the angles, it's not reviewed very well. I think it got like 40-some%.
Okay.
A lot of the comments were like, I saw the news article, so I had to see what the fuck this was about. Literally all the comments are that.
Yeah.
Then there were some funny comments like saying like, you know, something about like you got to fuck people over or whatever. I don't know, as a congressman or something. I don't know. It's funny. I should have screenshotted that, but I forgot. But yeah, so yeah, he kind of cheaped out on it. Like the camera's like far away.
Not great production value.
Not great production.
Not the type of production value we'd have here if any women want to make a sex tape with us. We have 3 amazing cameras and a table right here that we can just...
I have a gimbal.
Yeah.
You know, we get somebody to hold the gimbal, you know. Yeah. That would be good. Yeah, so we could do a POV. I'll hold one of the cameras, and then other people will be moving around with cameras. I mean, we can do like a whole like high quality production here. Yeah, you know. So yeah, it's like it's not a great video, but you know,
it's interesting. You watched it for research purposes.
Yeah,
at 2 a.m.
Well, it's
on
also
a Saturday.
Yeah, it was more like 2 a.m. yesterday, but
okay,
you know, yeah, but yeah, it was a pretty goofy video. And then the other thing that he does in there too, he like he fucks her on a mattress on the floor, no bed frame.
Relatable.
Very, which like bare white walls.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is like hotel room, so there's like 2 locations, you know.
Oh, they had 2 locations?
Yeah, one's in this like hotel room like this, right? And then like there's another one that's like bare white walls, like nothing on the walls, mattress on the floor, like shitty room.
Sounds like my apartment.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that.
Because I'm a minimalist.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's cool. You care about the environment, and that's why you don't have a bed frame.
Right.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Am I going to waste all this wood to hold my bed up? Why can't the bed just be on the ground?
And plus, you break them all the time.
True.
Yeah, I mean, you constantly go to other women's houses and just destroy their bed frames.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, and do you offer to fix it? No.
No, of course
I
not.
gotta go.
Yeah.
You fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
That's why I think my bed frame's on the floor.
Right.
Or I don't have a
Bed
frame.
is on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
and it provides the floor and the wall in the corner, like in the very corner, and it's like you get
space saving. Yeah.
space saving, and you get the most leverage possible because that rigid floor and that wall, you can really just pound into that, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you're sleeping there, you're against the wall. So
Right.
yeah.
Totally. Well, yeah. So we support this guy, Mike Idkiss. He's got our full support. We've seen all we need to see.
That'd be
from this
hilarious
race.
if he wins.
Yeah.
It'd be
He's got.
unbelievable.
So we officially endorse Mike Idkiss for Congress
Yeah.
in New York. We hope he wins. We love this
Yeah.
this sex work, sex positivity. We love that. You mentioned Kim Kardashian before, her sex tape. Her ex Kanye is in the news right now. He's like going off on these anti-Semitic
Yeah, haven't really been
tirades.
following that. He's just been going nuts.
Pretty-
wearing like a White Lives Matter.
White Lives
shirt.
Matter. Yeah, like saying all this stuff about Jews and
What
really,
is he doing? Is
he's
he promoting something?
no, he's just having a meltdown,
Okay.
a public meltdown, and we want to. Yeah, a lot of this.
What did he say about the Jews?
I mean, he was saying like he went on this podcast a couple days ago, and he was like, TMZ posted an article about like Kim and Pete Davidson having sex in front of a fireplace, and like these Jews are like posting this stuff, and like the Jewish media posting this, and just like apparently like having sex in front of a fireplace is like a Jewish conspiracy,
Okay.
according to Kanye. So, I mean, if there's any, like, I didn't know that was a thing, but if there are any Jewish women out there who want to
Have
bang in
sex
front of a fireplace, I don't have one.
We actually have a fireplace here at the studio.
Oh, yeah, you do
There's
it.
a fireplace
is.
over there.
So, yeah, come over here to the studio. We'll do that. Also, we will console you and like comfort you after these like crazy. He said like on
And we
Twitter,
might-
he's going like DEFCON 3 on.
Isn't it Def Con?
Right.
Yeah. Not Death Con.
Right. But
It's like Def Comedy Jam.
right.
Like,
right.
does he call it Death Comedy Jam?
I don't know, but he said he's going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, and so
Has he done that yet?
well, I don't know, and then
I saw
so his Twitter got suspended, and then Elon Musk said that he hit him up and was like, I talked to Kanye regarding his concerning comments, and he seemed to take it to heart, and so it doesn't look like he's taking it to heart though, because he's still saying all this
That's
wild.
That's crazy.
stuff. So yeah, we don't support going DEFCON on
we
the
don't
Jews,
support that
right?
at all. We don't support Kanye, even though if you come over to have sex with us in front of a fireplace, we might be wearing a White Lives Matter T-shirt while we do it. But that's just a shirt that we sleep in, so we don't wear it outside. Someone gave it to us,
Right.
so don't worry about it.
But and if you do have that shirt, Chris, it's ironic.
Yeah, it's
you
an
know?
ironic shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we do not support going DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And again, if there's any Jewish women who are concerned by this type of rhetoric, hit us up in our DMs, and we will be those white knights that
We would love to console you,
that you
and
need.
take care of you, and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we are not. I mean, we're not religious. We're spiritual, and we will help you with our spirituality.
Yeah.
by having sex with you.
Yes. And well, having sex is a spiritual connection.
Yeah.
And I put my penis inside you and unleash my spirit. Not inside you, because it's crazy. Maybe all over your tits or your face or whatever. But
right.
You can swallow my spirit too if you want. But
if
you want.
Whatever she wants.
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And if you want to film it like Mike It Kiss guy,
yeah.
we'll use it for...
I actually run cameras all the time, kind of like the comedy clubs around town, you know?
Right.
Like, but if you want the tape, I'll give you the tape. You got
for $30.
Yeah. Just give me $30.
Yeah.
I'll give you the tape.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, what if I don't want the tape and I just want the footage erased?
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But it can be if...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you pay $40 to erase.
So she would have to pay to get the tape and also pay to have the footage erased.
Yeah, well, it's like a licensing fee.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting the license to it, then you can have it removed.
But again, to be clear, there's like, she knows that the taping is happening.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to
100%.
clear the air on that.
Yeah. We are at an hour here, so we should wrap up.
Okay.
So, do you have anything you want to plug?
I don't think so. Just, hit me up in my DMs to see scary Halloween movies and go to your pumpkin patch, apple orchard bullshit. Waste my fucking time. Like, I don't have anything fucking better to do. I would love to do that. So hit me up in my DMs, and we got a couple weeks left of spooky season. So let's make it happen.
Yeah. So follow. You want to plug your socials?
Well, yeah. So you can follow ally of the show, Malcolm Kellner, on all platforms, and see if he has any stand-up shows coming up. He'll post about them on there. So check that out and hit him up in his DMs for tickets.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Ally of the show, Jeff Zinasek. This week will be in Buffalo, New York, opening for JP Sears. So check that out. Those will be cool shows. Let's see. Also coming up, you'll see Jeff Zinasek in Salt Lake City, Utah, Clive, Iowa, Wichita, Kansas, and Topeka, Kansas. Also Tampa in the future here. Not sure the date of that yet, but go to jeffzinasek.com for those dates. Also, you can follow Jeff on Instagram, and all my dates are on there. Or I'll post when I'm going to be somewhere on there. Follow ally of the show, Jeff Zinasek, on all socials, Jeff Zinasek, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that shit. Also, send your emails to twowokeboys@gmail.com and give us 5-star reviews of the podcast on Spotify or iTunes. Those help us a lot, so please. And if you want to write a poem as a review, that would be sick too. Write a poetry review of the show, and we will read those on the air as well. Keep those poems coming. Donate to the show's charity, the Slut Fund, on Venmo or Cash App. That's always helpful. And thanks for subscribe, comment, all that bullshit on our YouTube channel for the Two Woke Boys. That being said, thank you for listening to episode 116 of the Two Woke Boys. I am Chris.
I'm Cole.
And together we are Two
Woke Boys.